What's up, everybody? It's your Uncle Ed. And yes, it is Monday. And so hopefully you had a fantastic weekend, something that, well, if you were doing something crazy, don't tell anybody. But if you're doing something that's on the up and up, let us know so that we can come and join you next time. But for now, I have the great Pete Cullen. So if you're in the Monterey, Santa Cruz area, there's no better real estate agent than this guy. This guy has done it all and done it for a long, long time. So, Pete, thank you for showing up. So, tell me what's going on, man. Give us an update real quick.
Well, the market is volatile and pockety. Those are my two key words. And by that, I mean it's really hard to put our finger on what's going on. I spent some time with my broker, Robert Bailey, who's 50 years in the business. We had a conversation last night, and we're both trying to kind of figure out what's going on. We had a property over on the west side listed around 3 million, go 700 over asking with multiple offers. We have a beach listing, a beautiful property right on the sand in La Selva, Sand Dollar, South Santa Cruz County, expansive ocean views from Moss Landing to Pigeon Point. We're 2 years on the market. We have been
Wow.
just challenged to find a. And here's the crazy thing, as of this morning, three agents just reached out to us asking for disclosures and information about the property.
Hmm.
Pretty confident we're going to put that into escrow in the next couple of days. We have a lot down in Monterey, a 5 acre, beautiful buildable parcel, whitewater view out over the ocean. And that has been sitting for 2 years also. And we're got that into escrow today.
Wow, congratulations. Hey,
So
you
kind
know
of a
what? It
wild
was
deal,
car week
man.
in Monterey. So maybe you got some of those people with deep pockets decide, hey, we want a place here.
Well, Car Week was a thing. The agent that brought the offer on that Monterey property said it took him 5 hours to go 2.5 miles at Pebble Beach yesterday. So,
Yeah.
but I tell you, I've been kind of watching the feed and seeing some amazing, beautiful vehicles. So
Oh, I
good
mean,
stuff.
look, you saw that ugly all electric Ferrari that went for $40 million.
Unbelievable, right?
It's just the kind of money that's out there. I mean, a lot of us are like, we're complaining about $6 gas. And these guys are buying $40 million cars like it's no big deal.
Well, it's a different universe down there. And,
Yeah.
it
Yeah.
speaks to our market dynamics as well.
Yeah.
I look at Santa Cruz and Monterey County markets as very, very similar. They each have their little niches. There are, the average price points generally are similar. We have 1,300 realtors in Santa Cruz, 1,300 realtors in Monterey. But then you've got the Pebble Beach dynamic right down
Yeah.
there,
The
which
17
we
mile
don't
drive. I
have
mean,
that
that's a
market in
different
Santa
economy.
Cruz.
Yeah.
And there's some rock star agents down there. I'm just going to give a shout out to Tim Allen. That guy is amazing.
By the
Force
way,
of
thank you for
nature.
sending me his website. Unbelievable.
Yeah, incredible,
Yeah,
incredible guy, and
absolutely.
he's just a really good guy as
Yeah,
well.
you can
So
tell he's what I call a very humble, accomplished professional. He's humble. He
absolutely,
doesn't peacock, but he's amazing.
yeah, he's got it going on. Let me tell you.
Yeah, agreed.
So we have a condo right now currently on the market, and it's down in Seascape.
Okay,
So I'm not sure if you're familiar with Seascape, but
I
they
am.
built a golf course there in
Hmm.
1929,
Hmm.
and they developed the neighborhood around that golf course.
Oh, that I didn't know. Okay.
And people bought homes there in the 70s, close to 50 grand, that are now worth 2 million. And then in the early 1970s, the Teamsters came in with retirement money and built out the seascape community. So they came in, they put in the infrastructure, curb and gutter. They created, an amazing neighborhood. And right now
Hmm.
you have Seascape Resort, you
Yeah.
have Seascape Golf Club, Seascape Sports Club, and then there was an iconic restaurant for decades called Palapas, which was the go-to Mexican spot. They finally sunsetted out, but from our little condo, you can walk to the beach, you can walk to the resort, you can walk to the sports club. You can walk, if you put on your walking shoes and go down about a 15-minute walk, you get to the secret trail to Hidden Beach. And it's one of the little hidden gems of Santa Cruz County. Hidden Beach has a park and a really nice beach. And these are the amenities that this buyer would have with 1610 Dolphin Drive. We came on at 799, and honestly, we could have defended a higher list price. We just dropped it to 729, and it speaks to the condo market. For the past 10 years, we've hovered around 30 active condos on the market, now at 130.
So
And
you're at
similarly,
130 now?
we're at 130
Wow.
as opposed to
Almost
30.
double.
And single family res, we've hovered around 125. We're now at 450. And the reality is, if a house is primary residence, move in, well priced, no HOA, it's gone. And if what people are, I think what's going on right now is people are trying to figure out the HOA dynamics. They're dealing with another entity when they're buying into a property. And some of the HOAs are very well managed. I will say 1610 Dolphin Drive is managed by an excellent property management company, and they have a great HOA. And
That's
they're
usually an
all
oxymoron, Pete. I'll be
it,
honest with you, man. I've dealt with a
well, I got to
lot
tell
of
you, Ed, it
HOAs, and
is,
they're not normally that good.
yeah, no, these guys, they're really paying attention to the property. I mean, I could not hold an open house there 2 weekends ago because they were replacing all the concrete walkways.
Okay.
So, they're doing what they need to be doing out there. This particular property is a 2 bedroom, 2 bath, move-in ready. We put in new carpet, fresh paint, nice little bit off the second story. It's a great first time entry level property.
Nice. Okay. Perfect. Are there any other properties you want to share with us? Some details or any other listings you may have, or do you want to share that one? Show us some
Well, let me
pictures. There we
share
go.
1610 Dolphin Drive.
Okay, let's take a look. Can't wait. Oh yeah, nice, man. Okay. Yeah,
And this is, as I said, it's
clean.
move-in ready, um, fresh paint, new carpet. It's a great spot. And I mean, where are you going to get into homeownership in the Bay Area for 729, Ed?
Not anywhere near. And look how big it is. I mean, look,
And you're going to
especially
walk
for
to,
San Francisco standards, 1,215 square feet. That's a pretty good size.
and you're going to walk to the beach and
Yeah,
have
yeah,
all
that
kinds
right
of
there.
fantastic amenities.
Yeah. What are the
Um,
HOAs?
the HOAs are 624.
Ah, not bad.
And as I said, I used to quote people, I used to tell people, if you're going to plan on HOAs, 350 to 500,
Yeah, not
it's
anymore.
500 to 1,000, right?
Yeah, yeah,
And to your point,
yeah.
there are some that are not as well managed as others. We'll just leave it at that.
Let's
Uh,
leave it at that. And I've done a lot of condos, and I'm doing some now. And you the stuff that I see out there, man, makes DMV look like they got their stuff together. Let
well,
me
I
just
love
say
that.
that.
I love that. And, I just want to give a shout out to Ed. This guy
No,
is
thanks.
one of the most humble, giving human beings
Thank you. I appreciate that, P. Hey,
on the
look, it takes
planet.
one to know one.
And honestly, you could not work with a better lender.
Thank you, Pete. I appreciate it.
Knowledgeable, experienced, connected. And Ed, I just appreciate everything you do, all of your,
Oh yeah,
you
man.
give back. And as I'm a B&I guy, and our philosophy is givers gain.
Giver's gain. Yeah.
And as Zig Ziglar liked to say, you can help enough other people get what you can get whatever you want if you'll just help enough other people get what they want.
I believe that wholeheartedly. And the only and thank you so much for your kind words. And by the way, I didn't pay him to say that, but I will say that like attracts like. There is no coincidence that you and I are on this video, and the reason why we've joined forces is because yes, we're very seasoned people, but here's the thing: is that we're extremely caring. This isn't about selling you anything. This is about helping you get what you want and helping you build legacy wealth, pay less taxes, and quite frankly, fire your landlord, right? We want to help you experience that because look, every first time home buyer that I've ever met, I've never met one that was happy with the difference between their gross pay and their net pay. You look at
Right.
these pay stubs and you see the huge amount of money they take out of their checks. It's like, I mean, no wonder you can't save, right? So we want to help fix that. It's really about the bigger picture because the reality is that real estate is, in my opinion, the greatest tool to build legacy wealth and to reduce your tax burden. It just is. Now, if you're a guy who's buying a $40 million car, what I just said doesn't apply to you. You're in a different stratosphere. You have different strategies. But I'm talking about for the everyday people like us, it's the number one way. You're not going to do it through Bitcoin. You're not going to do it through all these roller coaster investments that nobody can explain well, right? But real estate has been and always will, especially in California, has been just a great way to build legacy wealth. And plus, by the way, you're doing it on leverage. What does that mean? If we're honest, look, even if you're putting 20% down, the bank has more skin in your game than you do because they're giving you 80% of the value of that house and you're putting 20. And when you make your 5.63%, which is an average of appreciation on that house, the 5.63% isn't on your 20% down, your skin. It's on the totality, meaning the whole price of the place. So do the math. Look, at 729,000, let's just do some quick math here. If you take 729,000 and you do 0.0583, that's $42,500, guys, in 1 year for what? For living in it. That's like having a part-time job you never show up to. Right?
It's
So
huge.
this is the
It's
kind of
huge,
stuff we want to
Ed.
teach you, right? And want to show you the bigger picture. Let's zoom out. That yes, it's great to go to the beach. Yes, it's a nice unit, but it's bigger than that.
Well, I think, one of my mentors is Brian Buffini, who coaches about 20,000 real estate agents and also does what he calls his bold predictions. And Brian has pointed out that the average homeowner's net worth is generally 40 times that of a renter, right? I mean,
Yeah,
that's a NAR statistic.
100%. Yep.
And I think that ultimately, the other thing I alluded to earlier is folks bought homes in the Seascape Rio Del Mar area back in the early 70s and paid between 50 and 100K. Those homes are worth now anywhere between 1.5 and 2.5. In fact, part of our challenge with inventory is they don't know what to do because of their tax
The
hit
capital gains.
with
Yeah.
capital gains.
Yeah.
And by the way, we have some great resources, Ed and I, to help you with that. So if you feel stuck in your current situation, they're talking about this being the largest transfer of wealth in the history of
In history.
mankind. Okay, the
Yeah.
baby boomers, and I'm one of them. We have most of our wealth tied up in real estate, and a lot of us are trying to figure out how do we make that transition.
Yeah.
And there are vehicles to help you do that. So,
100%. And we
reach
have the
out to Ed,
professionals, by
reach
the
out to
way.
me. We have resources. And, I'll just kind of wrap it up with, the idea of giver's gain and Zig Ziglar's quote. And Brian Buffini's dad had the most wonderful quote of all. He used to tell him, Brian, you give it out in slices, it comes back in loaves. So I think, at the end of the day,
I love
man,
it.
the more we give, the more we get. And, we're here to serve, we're here to help. This is
Yeah.
our passion, this is what we do. So,
Yeah.
Ed, once again, thank you, man. I
No,
love you,
man, and,
brother.
and thank you, Pete. I'll leave you guys with this: is that once you become our clients, guess what? You also immediately are plugged in to a network of thousands, literally, other financial professionals that we have already vetted and known for 10 plus years that will take care of tax strategies, that will take care of estate planning issues, anything that you need. Even, for example, handy people, you need a contractor, you want to add to the place, you want to change this, you want to change that, you need an architect. We've taken almost 3 decades to go and interview and find all those top tier professionals, and we've done the legwork already for you. You get that as part of the benefits of working with us because look, it's true, birds of a feather flock together, and
Well, as I
you
like to
don't want to
say,
be with everybody, you want to be with the
the,
right people.
the butcher, the baker, the candlestick maker, right? We
Yeah, but
got
these
you.
are the top butchers, candlestick makers, right? I mean, the people that we know, Pete, you
Well,
know the
as you
caliber.
know, Ed, I was a builder for over 30 years, over 3 decades. I've been doing
That's
real
right.
estate over 2 decades. I have an incredible, ridiculous network of service providers, vendors, subcontractors. And as a buyer's agent, I can look at a property with a different set of eyes than your average realtor.
Totally.
Our business is about 50-50 listings and buyers. And the other advantage to that is as a buyer's agent, I can understand the seller's psychology. As a listing agent, I can understand the buyer's psychology. So, I think there's a lot of value in that because some agents tend to specialize. I just work with buyers, I just work with sellers.
Yeah,
We're about 50-50. And so that gives us a more holistic approach
I
and
agree.
a different way of looking at the scenario.
I agree. Well, hey, Pete, my last question always is, how do they get a hold of you?
So my cell number, 831-818-1662. You can also reach me, pete@petecullen.com, or you can check out my website, lovelivingbythemonterey.com.
There you go. You got it. All right. Call him today. If you're looking in the Monterey, Santa Cruz, that whole area, Pete's your guy. I'm telling you, this guy's background is second to none. Give him a call today, and he's just huge amount of resource. Even if you're just curious and want to find out more, I mean, this guy's like an almanac. I'm telling you, he's a walking, talking encyclopedia. So give him a call today. Reach out to him, and you won't regret it. You'll thank me later. So thank you, Pete. Have a great day, man. And thank you for all the information as always. Be
Blessings.
well, my
Love you,
friend.
my brother.